High above the frozen ridges of Asia, the United States placed its faith in an idea no nation had ever proven: that a bomber could fly farther, higher, and strike deeper than war had ever allowed. In the summer of 1944, massive aircraft thundered into the night sky, their destination beyond escort range, beyond rescue, and beyond certainty. These machines were not veterans of war. They were untested giants, making history on their very first combat missions. At extreme altitude, inside sealed cabins, engines groaned under loads no aircraft had endured before. When bomb bay doors opened over enemy industry, the message was unmistakable. Distance alone was no longer protection. Years earlier, the world had already been sliding toward chaos. Europe burned under German expansion. Asia reeled as Japanese forces pushed relentlessly across China. Across the ocean, American planners understood a hard truth. If war reached the Pacific, existing bombers simply could not reach Japan. The answer demanded something radical. An aircraft capable of flying higher than defenses, farther than escorts, and carrying a payload powerful enough to cripple an empire. Boeing's response was audacious, a pressurized long-range bomber unlike anything in the air. What emerged was massive. Wings wider than city streets, engines pushed to their absolute limits, a sealed interior that allowed crews to operate where oxygen itself became scarce. But innovation came at a cost. Early flights exposed lethal weaknesses. Engines overheated. Pressurized fuselages cracked under stress. Test aircraft burned, fell, and in some cases killed the very men proving the concept possible. Still, the program moved forward at wartime speed. Factories across America transformed raw aluminum into flying fortresses. Workers, many building aircraft for the first time, assembled components measured in tons, not pounds. Among its most revolutionary features was a defensive system that belonged more to science fiction than aviation. Remote-controlled gun turrets, guided by analog computers, allowed gunners to fight from within the safety of the pressurized hull. Enemy fighters approaching from miles away often never reached firing range. When the aircraft finally entered combat, the challenges were brutal. Bombing from extreme altitude proved inaccurate. Jet stream winds scattered payloads far from targets. Yet experience reshaped doctrine. Flying lower under cover of darkness, the bomber revealed its true strength. Entire industrial districts vanished beneath waves of incendiaries. Cities became targets, not factories alone. One night in March 1945 would define air warfare forever. Hundreds of bombers ignited a firestorm so intense it created its own weather. The destruction surpassed anything previously unleashed from the sky. Still, the aircraft's final role would eclipse all others. Modified versions, stripped of guns, refined for speed, were selected for a mission no bomber had ever carried. Atomic weapons demanded precision, reliability, and survivability unmatched by any platform in existence. When those missions flew, the aircraft performed exactly as designed. It carried the weapon that ended the war and reshaped the world. Even after victory, its influence did not fade. Former enemies copied it piece by piece. New bombers, missiles, and air defenses were built in response to its capabilities. From conventional bombing to nuclear deterrence, from World War to Cold War, this aircraft bridged eras. It was not just a machine of war. It was the moment air power became global.